Hello, everybody. I am your host, Bad Guy the Entertainer, aka Mr. Hate. Call me what you wanna call me, and we're all here today for another episode of Reading Your Confessions Not Safe for Work. Now, people, if you've forgotten,
I'm the president, I'm the emperor, I'm the king. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito. Your ass belong to me.
My dad is a fucking man-child. First of all, my bastard dad ate my dinner without my permission, and dinner was for my diet. After exercising for 5 hours, when I found out, I was really frustrated and angry at my dad for not asking or informing me, you bastard. It was you! You went into the goddamn fridge and took my piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken. You took my piece of the Colonel's finger-licking Kentucky Fried piece of chicken, you bastard. Good Lord. I closed the fridge in anger and stomped to my room. My dad didn't even apologize. Has no manners. Upon reflecting, me people, I'm the bigger person. Upon reflecting, I apologize to my dad. Father, I'm sorry. First, for being too harsh. And I told him I loved him through text, and he didn't reply to me, you fucking bitch. Fast forward the next day, he's stomping around the house, visibly angry and ignoring my present, being a bloody child, you bitch. Even while I was sleeping, he threw my stuff into my room at 5 a.m, which made a lot of noise and woke me up. All because the bastard ate my piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Usually, he would do the laundry and dry the clothes, but today, because he's got a stick up his arse, today, people, he just sorted the clothes and only dried his. Typical fathers. I'm just so fucking pissed off. That he's acting as if I did something to him first, and he's so unapologetic and being so fucking petty when he fucked up first. I should kick you in your throat, you bastard. He's acting as if I did something wrong to him first. I really don't know how to deal with him. People, what's your thoughts on that lovely confession? Share your thoughts below. Evil has a name, evil has a face. Evil is evil, and it doesn't discriminate. Aileen Carol Wuornos, dubbed America's first female serial killer. One of the most notorious female serial killers in American history. Good Lord. Left behind a trail of horror that still captures the public's imagination. Her story is as tragic as it is chilling, as Wuornos' murders exposed the darker undercurrents of a woman driven to violence by a life of abuse and torment. Head over to my secondary YouTube channel, A Classic Case of Murder. Are you into murder, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we've got murder over here. This is where we shall delve into history's chilling mysteries, one murder at a time. Join us on a journey through the shadows of true crime, people. Mother-in-law married a child sex offender. Lordy. I start out by saying I live in Kentucky and my mother-in-law lives in Texas. So about 10 years ago, people, she divorced my father-in-law and married a man who is a registered child sex offender. Good Lord. She knew that he was a child sex offender when she married him. I looked up his record. He has 3 charges of indecent contact with a minor. He served 10 years in federal prison and has to register as a sex offender for life. We heard through some people in the community where it happened that he had planted hidden video recorders in a home where a 12-year-old girl lived, specifically in her bedroom and in a bathroom. The dirty bastard. Anyway, my mother-in-law told my spouse's siblings, who also live in Texas, that everything is fine and there is no risk because her husband became a Christian. Oh, so he thought that the sins was going to be washed away by Jesus, but Jesus is looking down and looking at him thinking, once you get up to heaven, I'm sending you right back down to fucking hell. That's where you belong, you bitch. Anywho, people, I went off track. Let's get back on track. So, we said he became a Christian and is no longer a pedophile. Interesting, isn't it, people? Interesting. So, I want to say without hesitation that I don't buy that for a second. Yes, it's a load of bull crap, people. My husband and I have a daughter in the age range of the child he hurts. My spouse wants to take our child to Texas to visit his mother and siblings and to attend a family wedding. But I have huge reservations about this because of how my mother-in-law has successfully normalized and minimized her husband's crimes within the Texas group of in-laws. Bloody as a pedophile and amongst the family. My sister-in-law has allowed her children around the sex offender since they were small, and someone in the community once called child protective services on her. It didn't stop her. Good Lord. She continued allowing her mother to care for her children and be around the sex offender husband often. Ugh. Despicable, people. Despicable. Whoa. Every red flag in my body is screaming. I do not want my child. Hell no, people. I do not want my child inside my mother-in-law's home because of the nature of his crimes involving hidden cameras. People.
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no.
My husband has a lot of anxiety and conflict about this situation. He loves his mother and wants to please her and continue to have a relationship with her, but is also extremely protective of our daughter. I'll be bloody protective of my daughter as well. I wouldn't send my bloody daughter to hang around with my mother's fucking sex offender husband. You must be joking, people. You must be bloody joking. Anywho, he admits that his mother needs to understand there are consequences for her decisions, but doesn't seem to be in a place where he will stand up to her and verbalize that. So your husband ain't got no bloody spine? Can't stand up to his mother and say, bitch, I shall not bring my child around your disgusting, despicable husband. Pah. Anyway, I feel if I allow him to take our child there alone, there is a possibility that he will allow her to be around the child's sex offender because he's trying to please his fucking mother. I am making plans to go along to Texas with them, rent an Airbnb, and insist that our daughter spends every fucking night with me in the Airbnb. Give this mother a round of applause, people. Yes, mother protecting her own, unlike this spineless fucking husband she's got. I know this is the right decision, and I'm talking to my therapist about it. I am prepared to start flipping fucking tables if I get a whiff of anyone in the family having a problem with this. I don't want my daughter around a fucking child sex offender. Get the fuck out of here. I'm wondering if anyone else has been in a similar situation with a child sex offender family member. What others' thoughts are on it, how others may have reacted or enforced boundaries, etc. People, what do you think? Let us know. I think the bastard needs to get burnt alive.
Batman and Red, sandbox of fun. Ready, guys, and go. Get food. Get food. Guess who? Last guess. Guess who? Tell us your answers in the comments.
Dilemma taking off my hijab. Let's get serious, people. I, a 21-year-old female, I'm currently studying in uni. I grew up in a Middle Eastern religious household, but we immigrated into a Western country when I was about 12 years old. As I turned 14 and my body proceeding to develop, whoa, you getting boobs, yeah? You getting boobs and your period. Anywho, it was expected of me to put on the hijab since every woman in my family is wearing one. I wasn't forced to put it on, but it was clearly something I was expected to do at some point. I didn't even know the reasoning behind the hijab at the time. I just wanted to obey my parents. Whoa. I was celebrated for putting it on by my family and got compliments like, your face lights up in your hijab. Wow, you look so much better, which is ironic, people, looking back, because hijab is supposed to hide a woman's beauty. Despite the positive feedback, deep inside I had very low self-esteem because I felt ugly in my hijab. I wanted to look pretty like my Western friends, but I couldn't. People, she's from the East and the West has corrupted her goddamn mind. That's what happens when you come to United Kingdom or America. We just corrupt you. We corrupt your Eastern ways. Anywho, I tried to have a conversation with my mom about me wanting to take off my hijab twice, but she was very dismissive and basically told me that I am not allowed to take it off. I was depressed, but then moved on. Fast forward to today. Good Lord, today, Jesus. I will be moving into my dorm soon. If you grew up in a traditional Middle Eastern household, you probably know that moving out as an unmarried girl is frowned upon. You need to get married. No unmarried pussy is allowed in the world. That's what they say sometimes. Anywho, I stopped wearing my hijab in uni because it's kind of far from where I live and nobody from my family knows about it. Ha ha ha, she's laughing. Ha ha ha, I can get some Western man now. I hope Allah isn't watching me. Anyway, I feel much lighter and more confident without it, but because of the fact that I haven't told anyone, I've been living a lie. I've been living a double life. Dum, dum, dum. It's mentally exhausting to live that way, but I don't know how to tell them. My family is very religious. So saying that I want to take off my hijab, the hijab because I don't want to wear it isn't a good enough answer. My family genuinely cares about me and I don't want to hurt them, but I want this double life to end. Do you have any advice for me? People, do you have any advice for this girl? Let us know in the comments. But anywho, ciao. Hello everybody, I am your host, Bad Guy the Entertainer, aka Mr. Hate. Call me what you wanna call me, and we're all here today for another episode of Reading Your Confessions Not Safe for Work. Now, people, if you've forgotten,
I'm the president, I'm the emperor, I'm the king. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito. Your ass belong to me.
Am I the arsehole? After years of no sex from my husband, I left him and have been using a couple of male escorts for safety and less hassle reasons. My friend says I'm taking advantage of desperate people. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I keep this short and sweet. Since I left my husband, I decided to treat myself as I've gone so long without it. People, she was like, yes. Anyway, I went on an escort site, buy some man booty, and picked a guy who was verified and had a lot of positive feedback. I'm terrified of meeting strangers online, and I thought getting an escort would be safer, as I can see he's verified, has met a lot of women and couples, and he's going to be good. People, he's going to be good, and I shall enjoy myself. Ooh, my sounds a bit spicy. Yes, indeed. I still had a friend waiting with me when he arrived at my house, just in case for. Anywho, he was a lovely man. We had fun. Sounds a bit spicy. Yes, indeed. I've hired him again since. Oh, you cheeky madam. Hired him again for the call hanky panky. Oh, you cheeky little devil. And also one of his friends. Ooh.
Slow down, baby.
Oh, kinky. Sounds a bit
Spicy.
Yes, indeed. I much prefer this as it's safer. No messing around. Going out to try and hook up or talking to strangers online and then finding out they are dangerous or terrible in bed. I just go on the website, arrange a time, bring me that bossy boy. Bring it to me. Send the money and then they turn up. Oh, she's just pimping them, isn't she, folks? Good Lord, let's continue. On Saturday, we had a bit of a girls' night at my friends and we were talking about sex and hooking up. And I mentioned what I've been doing and one of my friends was horrified. Oh! Anywho, she said, I'm taken. This is what she said to people, the audacity. She said to me, I'm taking advantage of poor, desperate people who have to sell their bodies. Sell their bodies to me so I can fornicate. And to make ends meet. People, I said to this bitch, I said it's nothing like that. Then stupidly mentioned that the main one I hire is a handyman as his main job, and I've hired him to put up a shed I've bought, and I've also hired him to give me a good shafting as well. Anywho, she said something along the lines of, oh, so you are giving him sympathy jobs too? How awful. It's not, people. It's not a sympathy job. It's again someone I trust being alone with, doing a job for me at home. She was going on like he's some weak little man who is being pimped out. I am pimping him out. Anyway. He lives in the expensive part of town and drives a 50k car. So he comes over in his car and gives me a good shafting, and then I pay him PayPal and send him home. What's wrong with that? Anywho, people, let's get to the reading. She hasn't let this go because she's a mardy bitch, moody ass mardy bitch. She hasn't let this go and is saying what a terrible person I am. And yesterday I had to tell her if she messages me again about this, I will be blocking her and telling her to fuck off where the sun don't shine. Anyway, for context, none of the other friends agree with her or support this crusade she's on because she's a bitter bitch. Bitter bitch, and her pussy is dry and her husband is not shafting her like my escort man. Anyway, she's on this crusade, but she's made me feel like a dirty old cheap $2 hoe. The bitch.
What if I told you? Yeah? Without nipples, boobs will be pointless. Boobs without nipples, boobs without nipples, boobies without nipples. What?
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd.
Shut the fuck up.
People, read my wife's chat history and now I want to die. Good Lord, what has happened to my man for it to get to this level? Let's get to the reading, people. Anywho, I have a history involving dating and marrying cheaters, so I have either developed a sixth sense or am I just paranoid? So I'm currently on my second marriage. Blimey. And my first ended because I caught her cheating multiple times. Good Lord. We are over 6 years into the marriage and things have been rocky to say the least due to communication issues and parenthood. Well, sure enough, I've developed that odd feeling that something was going on with her, people. She's always on her phone. Who are you texting? And is protective and secretive about it. Oh, people, we know what's going on. He already knows. When your wife or your girl is protective of her phone and she has to hide her texts, she's getting shafted by Billy up the road. My. Anywho, back to the confession. Like turns the screen away when I'm near, I let curiosity get the better of me, and when I got the chance I sneaked. Yes, as I should. Not proud of it, and immediately regretted my decision when I found a message thread she had with another married man on Facebook. Ooh. My, this is getting a bit
Spicy.
Yes, indeed. Anywho, she was airing out our dirty laundry to this guy. Oh, she was pillow talking, who I guess is a friend she's known a long time. Then I found some of the messages to be disrespectful to our marriage. That's what women do. Flipping pillow talk with another attractive man and flipping air out your business and chat shit about you. People, back in the good old days, you could give a woman a and tell bitch, shut up and get back into the car and sit in silence. That was back in the day, people. Anywho, some were flirty or sexual in the windows, and some were her straight up divulging details of our sex life. Oh God, flights, and her saying things like she hates me, doesn't want me to touch her, doesn't want to be married anymore. Oh, my heart is broken in my heart's broken in two, people. God damn, this could never happen to me. I keep my bitches in their place. It was like a punch in the gut. I knew our marriage wasn't perfect and we had some things we needed to work on, but people, I had no idea she was so far removed and had a foot out the door. Oh, my heart has broken in two. Shit. Looks like my marriage after over 6 years and 2 fucking kids is pretty much over. She's getting shafted by a next married man up the road named Billy, and it's news to me. Oh, because I'm a bitch ass nigga, I fucked up my marriage. Anywho, I guess I'll see myself out as I slowly spiral into the abyss. I guess I am the arsehole.
Where's my yak? Where's my yak? Oh.
Hello everybody, I am your host, Bad Guy the Entertainer, aka Mr. Hate. Call me what you wanna call me, and we're all here today for another episode of Reading Your Confessions Not Safe for Work. Now, people, if you've forgotten,
I'm the president, I'm the emperor, I'm the king. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito. Your ass belong to me.
Terrible dates. Warning, some parts are gross. One day, I was meeting up with this guy from the internet who lived in the same town as me. He told me to pick him up at the bowling alley where he was having a work party. Oh, whoa. He gets in my car seeming a little tipsy. One too many drinks. So I drove him somewhere so he could sober up. He ends up getting into my backseat, people listen to this, getting completely naked before he sobered up. So I just sat in the back with him. We didn't do anything because I'm not a slag. No, people, I'm not a slag. I just don't free it up like that. No. We didn't do anything because I felt like he wasn't in the right mind. And I don't rape men. Now, I'm a woman. I don't rape men. How could I? To make that decision, even though we talked about it weeks before. Anywho, he started gagging, so I knew he was about to throw up. So he opens the door to my car. This bastard's still naked, throwing up but missing, getting it in my car. He then passes out butt naked, leaving doo-doo all up his ass. Doo-doo streaks up his ass, all over my goddamn seats. Lordy people, I was calling my friend, freaking out, asking her what I should do. You know what she told me? She told me, dump his ass on the side of the goddamn road. People, I was shocked. I was like, no, I just couldn't do that. I didn't know where he lived, and he was still bloody butt naked. I ended up driving to my house and leaving him in the back seat because I didn't know what to do. He was there for hours until the morning time. Good Lord. Then, all of a sudden, I get a call from an ex who I've been on and off with, saying he wanted to bring me a bagel and talk about getting back together. He said he was already out front, so I panicked because I have a naked man in my backseat, but somehow he didn't see him because of my back window tints. He had no idea, and I felt like complete shit. I couldn't get the smell out of my car. People, I just eventually showed that shit off. Good riddance.
Hello, motherfucker.
What if I told you, yeah, without nipples, boobs will be pointless. Boobs without nipples, boobies without nipples. What?
Just just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd.
Shut the fuck up.
Can't make this up. Whoa, people. It reads like a rom-com, cute bar, guy meets girl, followed by misogyny. Can't make this shit up. It reads like a rom-com, cute bar, guy meets girl, whoa, followed by misogyny, food, and explosive diarrhea. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Please laugh at my expense, and madame, me, myself, and I, accompanied with the listeners, will laugh in your expense. Anywho, date began wonderfully. I was clad in a long sweater dress, wearing my hair extensions, new witchy earrings, and ducks. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Lady in red. Anyway, greet him, and he's wearing a flat cap, which is my strange weakness. It was lovely, and so was he. Aww. He made a comment on my breast and how he wasn't aware how big they were from my pics. 10 minutes into the date, people. Good Lord, this immediately set me off, but I brushed it off. He said it again later that night. What the fuck? His mother called, which I told him to answer it. Find out that he's the only person she has. Oh, he's a Peter Pan, which is heartbreaking. Oh, his family is pretty awful, so I feel terrible for him. He informs me that if he doesn't talk to his mother every day or every other day, she gets worried like a bitch in the mountain. Good Lord. Now, this can be good or bad. It's great to have such a close relationship with a parent, but I also worry about the future. Anyway, I find out that he's fucking 42 years old. I excitedly announced that he knows the answer to everything. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. He didn't understand the reference, so my nerdy heart was a tiny bit crushed. He doesn't read much. I mean, if it's not your thing, I get it. I'm reading about 5 books right now because I'm a smart bitch, because I like to switch back and forth. A bit like me. He also wasn't into Marvel and MCU, which is one of my biggest desires, because I want to nerd out about the multiverse theories and the like. This is also stated in my damn profile. Didn't even read it. Anywho, the evening progresses and I take him back to my place. I was thinking about shagging him. Thinking, people, just thinking. We start watching Wednesday because he hadn't seen it. Is this woman a bloody teenager? You sound like a kid. Anywho, things get steamy and I take him to my room. Spicy. So, people, listen to this. She's on a shit date, but she wants to shag him anyway. We're about to. How do the kids say it? Hit a home run. I have no fucking clue. He goes to put a condom on, Now you gotta put that rubber on, ladies. Gotta let him put that rubber on.
Slow down, baby.
But needs to use the bathroom. He proceeds to spend 20 minutes in there making every noise a human body can make, followed by vocals. Excellent range, I must say. I'm laying there under the blankets, pussy all wet, laughing under my breath because this shit so frustrating that it's not funny. She just there laying, people. Vagine, splashing, splash, splash. I'm not having sex tonight after that. I can't. I'm so turned off, it's not his fault at all. The situation sucked. I was just cackling out of frustration then. I ended up getting dressed, making myself a poke bowl and making tea. Ha! Hello everybody, I am your host, Bad Guy the Entertainer, aka Mr. Hate. Call me what you wanna call me, and we're all here today for another episode of Reading Your Confessions Not Safe for Work. Now, people, if you've forgotten,
I'm the president, I'm the emperor, I'm the king. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito. Your ass belong to me.
I've sinned again. I've got a confession to make. The whole day I was falling down the hill of sin. Oh God, don't banish me to the phantom zone. No, God, no. No. I was watching some stuff I shouldn't be watching. Doing stuff I shouldn't be doing. Then when the time came for my nightly prayer with Jesus Christ, whose heart is in heaven, you know, he's blaming up in heaven, I cried out to God. I went, God, God, and asked him for forgiveness, and I felt peace. Right after I repented, I went to the bathroom, opened my phone, and there, Big Booty Ebony came on my phone, jiggling Pinky XXX. The same sin I was committing was there. I thought to myself, I shouldn't do it. I should not stroke the sausage. No pulled pork. Then, before I knew it, I fell back into the same sin and masturbated. Oh, good nasty bastard. Yeah, I wouldn't shake his hand at all. Anywho. And then came out, and I felt empty. Oh. No meaning, guilt, and shame. I can't stand myself. I can't believe myself. I just ask God, oh, Jesus Jehovah, Selassie and I, for forgiveness. I repented, he forgave me with his never-ending love and washed me whiter than snow. I was a black man, now I'm white. Yippee! But I betrayed that once again, literally right after I prayed. Oh my God, I'm just praying and pulling my pork. I'm praying again. I'm pulling my pork. What should I do? Have I gone too far? Am I done for? Has God thrown me away? These thoughts are running through my mind, and I can't stop thinking about what I did and how much pain God must be in. Pray for me. Pray for me, please, and please give me some advice on how to get back to God. If I even can. God bless. So he wants some advice. Sir, God is gonna strike you down for your sinful ways, strike you down and burn you in the goddamn pits of hell. You know, something like that. Will I still get to heaven if I said, Jesus, Lord have mercy, Jesus, Mary of Joseph. Ladies, hold on to your purses, take out your crosses and rebuke the curses. Jesus Christ, have mercy. Let's begin the reading, shall we? Around a year ago, I was an atheist. And I climbed up a mountain. On the mountain, there was a cross that someone made. And I, being a toxic atheist, threw it down the cliff and said, Jesus! Lord of mercy. Jesus! Wash me with you. Wash me. Since then, I have became a Christian. People give him a round of applause. Yes. I'm a Christian man. No. I started going to church, being within the youth group, repented, and I am hoping to get baptized, get my sins washed away, and enter into God's kingdom.
Where's my yak? Oh.
I'm very worried, though, that because of my toxic actions, I won't make it to heaven. I'm worrying. Thank you, guys. Whoa. Well, that's on you, my brother, because you're not ready for there to meet the Lord Almighty yet. But when you're ready for there to meet the Lord Almighty and you rise up and you go to heaven and you meet the Lord Almighty and the Lord Almighty just stand up in front of you and he looked upon you so and said, you told me to F after you. Don't be surprised when the Lord Almighty send you back down to Bomber Clark hell. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Unscramble the words. Guess the movie. Guess who? Solve the riddle. A man dies of old age on his 25th birthday. How is this possible? Tell us your answers in the comments.
Father God,
What make them fight me so hard? I look at things say me no coward. I look at him, me put the trust in the Lord. They want me for dead in a mug like dog. Now make the OBA work and them get reward. Don't make the OBA work and them get reward. No make the OBA work and them get no reward.
Oh, I didn't see you there. I was giving thanks to the goalie God. But anywho, let's begin the reading. I invented a sex act while waiting for marriage in Bible college. Whoa. Lord, mercy. Let's continue, people. Time for me to confess something I've been ashamed of for 21 years. Ooh. I was an 18-year-old virgin, recently engaged student at Bible college with an equally religious young fiancé.
Spicy.
Yes, indeed. We were both committed to waiting till our wedding night. Ooh. No unmarried sex, they said, people. No fornicating under the moonlight. Unmarried. I like you people watching this are pagans. Pagans. Sinful pagans. Anyway, back to the reading. We were both committed to wait until our wedding night and had never gone past first base. The most we did was make out, on his bed in the room he rented nearby before we hurried me back to campus by the 1 a.m. dorm curfew. On Friday evening, I asked him if he felt that the touching or the grabbing each other's buttocks. If touching each other's buttocks was over the line and something he thought should be saved until marriage.
Slow down, baby.
He replied that he hadn't really thought about it, but no, he supposed that he did not hold that view. I agreed. People, this is how sin creeps into your life. Hear me, people, hear me when I say this. Anywho, I didn't hold that view either. Within a few hours, we went from touching to gripping to taking turns lying on each other. Good Lord. Fully clothed, of course, face to face, while the person on the bottom gripped the cheeks of the person on top and vigorously rocked and massaged them. Whoa. This was our favorite activity all weekend. I definitely, people, she said, I definitely came repeatedly.
Slow down,
people,
baby.
she is swimming in a sea of sin, bathing in a bathtub of lust. People, did she not read Corinthians in Bible school? An immoral sexual reunion violates the believer's mystical union with Jesus Christ. But neither of us knew enough about sex to realize it, he sheepishly changed his underwear a couple of times. By Sunday evening, I awkwardly told him that we should probably stop. He agreed. And that's the story of how we came up with our own religion-friendly sex act and then guilted ourselves out of it in a single weekend. Think of it as soaking for evangelicals, I guess. Fast forward, people. I lost my faith and left his abusive ass 5.5 years ago. I'm a sex positive, polymorous atheist now.
Where's my yak? Where's my...
Lord, have mercy.
5 takeaway orders we hate to love. Number 1, a dirty mixed kebab meat and chips. Suffices the belly on a Friday night. Then I shit it out next morning. Number 2, when you order a Chinese and they give you extra spring rolls.
Thank you, Jesus!
Number 3, if I want something spicy, I order an Indian. Number 4, disrespect is a must at a Jamaican restaurant. It makes the curry goat and rice taste excellent.
Yeah, man.
Number 5, everybody loves McDonald's greasy shite burgers. They're the junk food standard.
Today, I've sinned the same sin for the 1000th time. What do I do? Whoa. I am single. I downloaded Grindr and I had anonymous fornication with a few men. Oh Lord, people, this man is a butt booty pirate. He's been plumaging the booty for treasure, playing hide the peanut in the peanut hole. Lord have mercy. And God, people, don't forget, God said, there shall not be no penis wrestling on this earth. Anywho, back to the reading. I just feel horrible. I regret, but at the same time, I want more. He wants to fornicate more, people. It's a sex addiction, I guess. I hate it once I do it, but I have trouble saying no to myself. I can't control not getting butt cheeks, people. I feel like I can't go back to God anymore. I feel like giving up, but at the same time, what would I do? Completely surrender to a life of sin and fornication and plumaging booty like a butt pirate, or people, be a Christian man and have a woman with 2 breasts and a vagina, smooth vagina. I don't want that either. Good Lord, people. I've never been able to completely surrender to God because of my sexual sin. I'm also in the middle of job searching because I'm a broke-ass booty pirate. Compounding my despair. I don't know who to talk to. I'm the dirtiest person alive. Thank you for reading. Lord, have mercy. The honest truth, people, is that this job is a blessing. for this fetish, and every day I can sniff the worn underwear of some truly hot woman. Yes, people, I pick up the panties, shove it up my nostrils, and smell. Oh! Long story, try to keep it short, working on Legend of the Seas. As most would know at the time, shoppies were big drinkers. Yes, we were still up at 5 a.m. and got called to the manager's office, thinking someone got into a fight or slept with a passenger. Manager told us there was a terrorist threat to Americans on board. Good God, Giles, good God. A note found in toilets saying they will kill all Americans on board. Good Lord, people, good Lord. FBI came on board. Their dogs used our crew area as their poop deck. Still remember everyone clapping as they came on board. A bit weird. Eventually discovered it was a 23-year-old girl that was pregnant, that wanted to go home to see her boyfriend that got out of jail. This sounds like a right slapper. Anywho, how they found her, she left another note in her own room and they matched the ripped note to the notepad in her room. And she sounds like a dumb bitch. Anywho, for icing on the cake, 1, her family stayed on board to finish the cruise. 2, they interviewed her boyfriend on CNN, who said he didn't want anything to do with the bitch. Good Lord. Good Lord. Also, as it was all happening, they made us open the shops to give passengers something to do. We were all still drunk and tipsy. And I remember people complaining they wanted to get off the ship to see the volcano. We were in Hawaii. I worked on board. We had a swinger group on board. Nasty couples who want to indulge in filth and fornication. They had their own private bar area for their activities at night. I had to go in one morning while they were gone to fix some stuff. I went in and put my hand down a chair. It was sticky from an unknown liquid. I had to get bleach and gloves to finish the work. Number 2. Lady got off a ship in Port Canaveral. She didn't want to fill in customs forms, so she shouted in the middle of the customs area that she would rather blow up the ship than fill in the form. Bitches these days be crazy. Number 3. Christmas cruise to Jamaica and a 50-year-old boy got arrested for buying weed. His father wanted to leave him there to teach him a lesson, but as he was under 18, an adult had to stay in Jamaica, and so the father had to stay and miss Christmas cruise. Good God. Good God. Number 4, people. You know how they always tell performers to imagine the audience naked if they are nervous. Well, we had bar necessities cruise, no immigrations needed. Number 5, cruise down in Australia. One of the crew who was from one of the Pacific Islands decided to quit as the ship was leaving his home island. Whoa. Jumped overboard to swim home. Literally, people, he jumped overboard to swim home. Problem was it was about a mile away when he jumped. He had to be rescued. Cabo San Lucas tender drunk guy decided not to use the gangway and tried to jump to the ship as we were docking. The dumb bastard. He missed the ship and fell between the ship and the tender. Luckily, he wasn't hurt. Number 7, people. One of the music charter cruises out of LA. 70 people got arrested at the end of the cruise and one guy passed out in the immigration hall. Well, long story short, I was caught smoking with 2 others. By the time security came, all of it was smoked, so they found no goddamn weed. The security told me to tell them where I got the weed so they don't have to report it to customs. Even though I was nervous as fuck, I refused to give any info because I'm not a goddamn snitch since they were recording me on body cams. They questioned me and I denied everything. They even used tricks like not letting me use the bathroom so I couldn't wash my hands since they were going to test my prints for weed residue. Bloody hell, they're going on like CSI. Obviously, the other 2 ratted since customs were at my door the next morning. Goddamn snitch. No snitching over here, people. No snitching over here. They brought a dog in and found nothing. The customs guy told me I'd be okay if they didn't find anything and if I didn't smuggle. Thus, I told him I bought $20 worth on the boat. I needed some of that weed. I needed some of that star dog, people. Yes. And he was cool with it since nothing was found. I got off, although this was scary as fuck, wondering how I should have played my cards or if I did everything right. Thanks.
Batman and Red, sandbox of fun. Get ready, guys and girls. Guess the next movie. Guess the next movie. Last guess. Tell us your answers in the comments.
Hello. This is something I've been carrying for several years, and for obvious reasons I couldn't confess to anyone. I need to get it out because in part I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed, people, and guilty about what I've done. Good God. So here is the story. Several years ago, I started working as a steward in a major cruise line. My job basically consists of cleaning the cabins when the guests disembark on ports or go out and do activities on the ship. The work itself is total grind and I work long hours, but it beats any pay I could get at home, and I get to travel the world like Christopher Columbus, people. Good God, I get to travel the world and see and know a lot of different things. Since I was a teenager, I've had a thing for women's underwear. Yeah. It started with my aunt that lived with us, and several times I raided her drawers for her panties and bras. I just wanted them, people. When I pick up the panties and I push them up my nostrils, I'm like, oh. The smell of women's vagine on fabric is intoxicating. Anyway,